Hey guys, welcome to the Massive Iron Channel. I'm Steve Shaw. In this video, I'm going to dive into the differences between linear progression and linear periodization. Before I get into this topic, if you have any questions or comments, drop them down below. The best topic ideas I turn into videos just like this. All right, so linear periodization and linear progression are often confused for each other, but they're not the same thing. I have some examples up here. I'm going to give a real basic introduction to both so you guys can understand the difference. So next time you see linear periodization or linear progression mentioned in an article or video, you will know the difference. I've seen a few YouTubers screw up the difference recently in their videos, so I thought it'd be a good topic for me to dive into. So linear progression is basically adding 5 to 10 pounds on a lift each single time you're in the gym. There'll be a defined period of time where you're supposed to add 5 to 10 pounds to a lift. A lot of basic beginner programs, a lot of novice programs use this type of programming. Strong Lifts, for example, will recommend adding a certain amount of weight at a certain interval. That's basically how linear progression works. You will start with, say, 135 on your squat. You'll go in the next week on your next week's workouts, whether you're doing full body or upper lower or body part split or whatever it is you're doing, and you'll try to add 5 to 10 pounds of that. Bench press, you might be adding 5 pounds. Squat or deadlift, you might be adding 10. And basically, you just keep doing that until you reach the end limit, till you can do that no more. And then it's about time. Then you might be advised to deload and start back up the ladder again, or it might be time to move on to a new type of programming. So that's basically linear progression in a nutshell. It's real simple. You start with a light weight and you add weight each at a given interval over time. So you might start with 135 on the bar for squats. Keep adding 10 pounds each week until you can no longer add 10 pounds. Now, linear periodization is a completely different beast. And I'm going to give a couple different examples here of linear periodization. It can be a very complex thing. There are many ways to periodize in a linear fashion. And this is just a stupid simple example. What you basically do is you're starting with higher volume, and lower intensity. Now, intensity from a weight standpoint is your weight relative to your 1 rep max. So if you squat 300 pounds, a low intensity lift might be 185 pounds, about 60% of your 1 rep max. If you squat 300 pounds and that's your max and you're working with 260 pounds, that's a high intensity because it's closer to your 1 rep max. Now with linear periodization, and again, there's many different ways to do this. This is just one stupid simple example. You start with a higher volume of reps and a lower intensity, and you transition over time to a lower volume of reps and a higher intensity. So say you can start with 8x8, 6x6, 5x5, 4x4, 3x5, 2x4, and 1x3. And at this point, you're probably working with something around your 1 rep max, or 87.5% of your 1 rep max if you're doing one set by 3 reps or whatever the case is. So this, you're probably starting very light, 60 to 62.5% of your 1 rep max. So that is linear periodization. It is over time, you're going to move from high volume and lower intensity to low volume and higher intensity. Now, there are some other ways to periodize when it comes to linear periodization. One thing you can do is do progressively more difficult lift variations. What does this mean? Well, over time, you could move from, say, a close grip bench press, which is a little bit lighter variation, to a moderate grip bench press, and then move on to a wider grip bench press, and then these are all touch and goes, and then finally you could move to a wide grip pause bench press. So it's getting a little bit difficult. The weight's getting a little bit heavier over time, so you have an increase of intensity or heavier weight over time. So that's a second example of linear periodization. So guys, hope this video has been of some help. If you have any questions or comments, drop them down below. If you made it this far in this video and have yet to subscribe to my channel, please do. I'd appreciate the support. So guys, as always, thanks for watching. Have a great day.